Hi there, it's Chef Martin once again from the ThermoWorks BBQ patio, bringing the heat today with Lynnae Oxley-Loupe of Sugar's Barbecue in Battleground, Washington.
Yep.
And we got some tiny little chickens.
We do.
And we're going to be cooking some stuff. And what are we doing today?
So I'm going to do something really cool for you guys today. I've got some game hens, some Cornish game hens. These are just little birds. A lot of times you'll see these during the holiday season. But honestly, these are available year-round. If you don't see them at your grocery store, ask the meat department and ask them. They might have them in the freezer. They're generally frozen. They're generally where the ducks are. And honestly, guys, a lot of people forget that these exist except for the holidays. And what I want to show you is something really cool to apply to these little game hens on the grill. We're going to put this on the Camp Chef pellet cooker here. And we're going to spatchcock these, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Throw them in a marinade and grill them up and put a little smoke on them, and they're going to be so, so good. You guys are going to want to do this year-round, okay? Don't wait for the holidays to do this. Get the kids involved. These are fun. They're easy to do, and they're very user-friendly. They're tasty. They're good cold, good hot right off the cooker. So super flavorful, super easy, very affordable, and a lot of fun to do.
Cool, let's go to it then.
All right, so guys, so here's what we're gonna do. These are frozen, so you wanna make sure that you get them thawed out, thawed in your refrigerator. Safety. With food safety, it's really, really important. So what I'm gonna do, they don't have the giblets in them. They just come pretty much gutted, essentially. And you're gonna thaw them out. These guys are generally about 22 ounces, which is perfect. For a hearty eater, this is actually, it looks small, but it actually feeds you quite effectively. For a lighter eater, you just want to do a half. It's wonderful. So I'm going to show you, so you want to thaw them out, and then I'm going to show you how to spatchcock. So spatchcocking, you've seen it on a chicken. The same rule applies here. It's just a butterfly bird, essentially. So what I'm going to do is I've got the back. So I've got the backbone here, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my poultry shears, all right? And then I'm going to go down each. You can do this with a knife, but with a bird this small, I think it's more safe to do this with a pair of shears, okay? Get yourself a good pair of shears. If you don't have shears, you can use scissors, but shears are better. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go down one side of this backbone. So very carefully take your shears and go right in here. And these are really small birds, and this stuff really cuts very easily, okay? One side. Then I'm going to go on the other side of this backbone, the spine, do the same exact thing. And I'm going right through. It could not be any easier than that. This comes up. You can put these in a little baggie, put them in your freezer, and save them for a stock or a broth, soup or something, or you can just pitch them. Then you're going to open this up, and they're generally, sometimes there's a little bit of ice, not a problem. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I've got a little sternum here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my knife. It's nice to have a little heavy-weighted knife, and what you're going to do is you're just going to use just the back of this knife, okay? And you're going to go right in here. You don't really want to bear down. All you want to do is position it and then just hit it. That's it. Just a tap. Boom. And what that's going to do is that's going to crack this sternum here. And then you're just going to open this up. You don't need to go muscle through it. And really, you want to keep this spatchcock. You want to keep it butterfly. You don't want to cut it in half. Then you're going to open it up. And then there you go. That's a spatchcocked bird here, right there. Easy to do, easy to deal with. And the reason why you want to spatchcock this game hen is so that you even out the meat. So if I show you this, see, all the meat is one layer. So the dark meat is going to cook at the same time as the white meat. Very, very important. So one area is not going to get dried out and the other area is not going to be undercooked. Very, very important. So this helps tremendously with this particular cook. And even if you're oven roasting it, same difference.
And it also speeds the cooking up because you don't have like this spherical thing, right? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm going to do it again for you. Okay. Again. And you want to find where the neck is. That's where you want to go in. One side, real fast. Other side. That's it. Remove this. Save this for your stock. Lay this out. The heel of the knife right here, right there, and then you're just going to tap it. That's it. These are really very delicate birds. They don't need much in the way of manhandling. And then that's it. So you can like plow through a bunch of these very, very short time. You want to make sure you're clean, definitely use a sheet pan. It keeps all your juices in one area. And you don't have to rinse these guys. It's fine. They're good. They're clean. What we're going to do now is we're going to take them and we're going to put them in a Ziploc bag.
All right.
And if you have a bowl, you can do this as well. But I'm just going to put this in a Ziploc bag. You can do a couple of them. They fit really well. And then Chef Martin is going to help me because he has clean hands now. Yep. And we're going to take some Italian dressing. Now, guys, any kind of Italian dressing, if you want to home make one, that's great. If you want to get a commercially prepared one, it's great. We've got a really awesome balsamic vinaigrette, really great recipe, very mild. It's got oil, it's got the vinegar, it's got the garlic, it's got all the flavoring in it. And all he's doing is just pouring maybe about a third of a cup of this dressing. And this dressing, guys, makes the best poultry marinade. It's really one-stop shopping. It's beautiful. It's already done. It's easy to do. So what he's going to do is he's going to just seal that up, burp it a little bit, get a little bit of air out, and then that's it. Let that sit overnight in your refrigerator, and then we're going to cook.
Okay, so we have some that we marinated earlier, so they'd be ready for us to shoot.
Yes.
So let's continue from here, shall we?
Absolutely. So we're super easy, guys. These are right out of the marinade. I'm just going to sort of drip them a little bit. I'm going to blot them dry with a paper towel.
And that seasoning stays on there. We don't have to worry about that because that's gone into the skin. And
Absolutely,
stuff like that.
absolutely. So you don't have to dry them completely. You just want to make sure that it's not super duper wet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So these are powdered dry, just a little bit. All right. So now I'm gonna grab a towel.
Nice.
Okay. You want to keep your. So I'm gonna start with the skin down on these guys when I season them. And I've got my Sugar's BBQ American All-Star. It's my all-purpose seasoning. Really dimensional, beautiful seasoning for poultry, beef, chicken, fish, vegetables. Flip them over.
Mm-hmm.
And this is perfect. You can season these, put them right on the cooker, or you can just let it sit for a little bit in the fridge. But I prefer just to go ahead and season these guys and stick them right on the cooker.
So our cooker is set to about 250 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going for. So how are we going to cook them, and what are we looking
So essentially,
to do
what I'm going to do is we're going to cook them skin up, meat bone side down. We're going to stick them right on the grill, right on the deck here. And we're going to cook them for about 25 minutes. And then we're going to come back to them, take a look, and see where they are visually. If they're nice and brown, I'm going to flip them over, cook them for another 25 minutes, and then we'll just check the internal temperature.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Lynnae, these smell fantastic. What's going on in there?
So we're going to check these. You know, game hens, man, you can't mess these up. These are awesome. I'm going to check them up. Oh, they're looking good. What am I looking for? I want the skin to tighten up, all right? It almost kind of barks up a little bit. This is perfect. I'm just going to tempt these. I know they're not ready, but I just kind of want to see where they're at.
Yeah, and I can see, like you said, the skin around the edges, kind of like when you cook a pancake and the edges change color a little. Like, it's definitely getting crisper and stuff around the edge there.
So in the breast meat, I'm about 130, 135. And in the thigh,
140 looks like, about 142.
Yeah, about 100, 140 given the average. So these are perfect, guys. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to flip them. So I'm just going to turn them right over. I got a nice toast on the inside. Mm-hmm. This is perfect. I'm going to flip them around. I'm going to make sure my flame is subdued just a little bit. All right, perfect. Shut the lid, and then we're going to aim and I'm gonna finish cooking skin down, bone up. Because
Okay.
what happens is the skin is nice and tight. It's gonna create a nice bowl on the outside of the spatchcock game hen. I flip the game hen over, and all the juice, all the cooking juices are gonna pool at the bottom of the skin, which happens to be where the meat is. And that's gonna finish cooking, and it's gonna be perfect. Instead of the juice running out into the cooker, it's gonna stay in the bird. We're gonna finish cooking. By the time I flip them back over, they're gonna be nice and beautifully brown, beautifully toasted, and they're gonna be delicious. They're gonna be ready to eat.
That sounds great. So in essence, they're self-basting in their own juices.
Pretty
this
much,
way.
absolutely. You know, don't forget we marinated in that Italian dressing. That Italian dressing has oil in it, and vinegar, and garlic, and seasonings. It's beautiful flavor that we got inside that meat.
So we're going to keep it all
We
there.
accentuated it with the rub on the outside. We've got the smoke from the pellet cooker here. Perfect. So I'm going to close the lid
All
because
right.
I don't want to lose any more heat.
Cool.
And we'll check back in about, let's give it another 15, 20 minutes and we'll check back.
Okay, sounds good. The game hens how are they doing?
Let's check them out.
All right.
Boy, they look good.
Oh, they're very
So
pretty.
check these out. So what we did, right, if you remember, we started skin up. So the skin gets nice and tight, then flip them over, and we're finishing the entire cook, with the skin down and the bone side up. And what that does is the skin tightens up, creates a bowl aspect. All of those poultry juices go to the bottom of this skin, and they just start to cook, and they keep the bird moist, and it cooks, and it's perfect. So we're gonna temp these guys up.
All right.
See where they're landing. Perfect. 168, 170. 163. So good. We're in really good shape. We got about $160, 160 in the breast, about 175 in the thigh area, and that's perfect. These are small birds. You don't have to take them the traditional 180 in the thigh. They're fully cooked. They're wonderful. So
right.
we're gonna get them off the cooker.
Smells good. That rub is really fantastic. All right.
Super easy to finish these guys. You can just eat them the way they are, but what we're gonna do is I've got a little parsley, I've got some lemon slices here. It's just gonna bring these right up.
Fantastic.
Hit a little bit of parsley, very easy. We've got some lemon slices. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these birds in half. You can go and cut them in quarters as well, but halves are great. They make a really nice plate presentation. Beautiful, professional looking, just like in a restaurant. Easy to eat. It doesn't take much to put a knife through them at all.
Those are juicy. I
mean, the juice is just pouring out of them. They're just beautiful.
It's not dry meat at all.
No. And that's the beauty of the marinade. And also the aspect of the fact that it's a game hen. It's really not going to dry out. These guys are really resilient to a lot of cooking. So what I love to do, take some fresh squeezed lemon juice. I just take some slices, put them in my hand, drizzle them right over.
Yeah.
Some of that parsley, and you're good to go.
Wow. Can I
Done
have
deal.
a bite?
Absolutely, go for it.
All right.
Tear it apart, my friend.
I'm going to take a leg off of this one right here.
Look at that juice. You guys, easy to do, affordable. I mean, with these guys, you're in maybe a couple bucks each at the most. Pair it with a nice salad and maybe a baked potato or maybe some pasta salad or something for a full meal, and you're in it a few bucks, and it's a wonderful, beautiful summer meal. It's not too heavy, beautiful for the winter as well, and you can cook these year round. I mean, this is perfect cooker for it year round, and it's wonderful. Flavor it. Use some jerk seasoning. Use some Italian seasoning. Whatever you want. I love my American All-Star. It's a perfect all-purpose seasoning. Gets the job done. It really accentuates and works with the poultry. Really, really good stuff.
And that lemon on there really is very important.
Yeah,
like you said, it cuts through the richness and
Yes.
just brightens everything up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, if you want some juicy hens, if you want some juicy poultry, this is a great way to do it. Thanks so much for joining us on the barbecue patio, bringing the heat with Lynnae again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.